Going live. It says we're live, guys. It says we're live. If you are here today, if you can see me and hear me, please let me know and we will get going, guys. Thank you. Thank you all for tuning in. I apologize for the technical difficulties, but you know, it is what it is. Let's have people get in here. Let's have people start getting in here. I hear you, Chris. I hear you, brother. Let's see here, and let's go ahead and go live on Facebook as well. See if we can get this rolling today. Wow. Okay, cool. So far so good. Better quality. Okay, cool. Awesome. Good to hear. If you guys are on Facebook as well, please let me know. We can get some people in here on Facebook as well. And I promise we will get going with all of the cool stuff that we are doing for May. Brilliant now? Okay, awesome, cool. Yeah, I think there was just something going on, man. I reset a couple things, so that's why it took a minute. But I think we are doing it better now. If you guys could, while you're tuning in, hit that like button. Really helps us out with these platforms and helps the word out about our products. Awesome. Thank you, David. Appreciate that. Let's see here. Let's make sure that people are back. Awesome. Colin's in the house. What's going on, brother? We got Patrick as well. Nice. I'll cheers to that with a big cup of coffee. If you're drinking coffee, cheers. Every month I'll say I'll behave next sale. Not really works because of all this great stuff. Cool. So if you guys are tuning in, I appreciate it. We are going to be I3Ts at the end of this video. We have the Stars and Stripes edition of the I3T that we're going to be giving away to YouTube and Facebook at the end of this video. Now, we've got the Gober here in red for the very first time. We have never sold this product in red before. Actually, the only colors we've done of this is green and the black. So this is the first time that we're doing red here with the standard Gober, which is the one that comes with the clip. Now, in terms of usability, I do like the Gober kit where it actually has two of the modules that comes on the keychain. But I'm telling you now, I actually find this version here with the one module and the clip to actually be more useful in my day-to-day because of the fact that you can actually clip it to things, okay? So on my backpack, I have the little Molly like panel on there where you can actually just clip this to one of the little Molly sections. This is the perfect clip for that because it has a little hook underneath to where you can't accidentally slip it off of that little loop that you have this hook to. So it's very secure, but it allows you to actually be able to hook it to all of the different straps and things that you guys have on your backpack. The good part about that is if you're walking around at night, or if you're in a situation that's a little bit dark, obviously you want people to see you, right? So the point of the Gober is to not be a flashlight that helps you look around at things. The point of the Gober is to alert people of your existence, right? I don't use a Gober as a flashlight looking for things like this, but I do keep one on my backpack so that way people can see me from the back if I'm walking down the street or something like that with my dog. Also, I clip one of these to my dog's collar at night so that way people can actually see my dog as well. So there's two major benefits there. The point is to keep you safe. So regardless of whatever flashlight that you're using to actually see on a regular basis, you should still have Gobers at the ready for your pack, your dog, anything like that, so that way people can see you as well. So the red Gober right here is the freebie for the May sale. So that means you'll actually be able to get one of these for $0 as long as you log in or create a new account before the sale starts, right? So you need to log in so that way you'll automatically see this for free in your cart. Do not check out as a guest, guys. Don't check out as a guest. If you check out as a guest, you're not going to be able to get the free product, and you're also not going to be able to generate those loyalty points to be able to get the perks on our website for each order that you place. So if you're a new customer watching this, if you're somebody who hasn't watched or hasn't ordered from our website before, please make sure that you create an account. Sometimes I forget. Like if I'm ordering something from a website I've never ordered before, sometimes I'll like accidentally check out as a guest, and then you try to go back in and check your order details and you're like, oh my God, I don't even have an account, right? It's the worst. So make sure you're logged into an account when placing your order, not only so that you can check up on your order, you can log in and check your order details, but you also get the loyalty points on our platform to be able to get perks like early access, things like that in the future. But also you'll be able to get a free Gober with your order as well. So awesome freebies. Make sure to log in before your order so you can get one of these for free. Okay, so let's go ahead and start talking about the pens. Let's start talking about the pens. I've got the Gober clip to the back strap of ball cap where what I wear to walk at night. That's a good one, Chris. That's actually really smart. You could just clip it to like the back of your hat, unless you have like a flex fit hat or a fitted hat or something like that. But if you actually have one of those bands on the back of your hat like this one, you could just clip it onto that, and then people can, of course, see you. That's a really good point, Chris. Anyways, let's start talking about the pens, guys. So we have the O Pen Glow. I'm going to go ahead and grab all 4 colors. I know people are really excited about the Patriotic, the Stars and Stripes one right here, but I also have 3 other colors that we are selling during this sale. So we have the black version, the blue, and the green. If you're really liking the O Pen Glow, if you're liking the features and the design, I would suggest getting the flag edition right here as a collector piece. Maybe you bring it out sometimes. If you're carrying one of the Stars and Stripes, flashlights, maybe you pick up the new Roboto II also in the patriotic theme. If you guys are doing that, then obviously you want to carry the pen. But in terms of day-to-day, if you're going to meetings, maybe doing things like that, you might just want to go with a little bit more subdued pen. So that's why we have the black, the blue, and the green. I think the green looks really good here with the black accents on it. You can see here the green looks really nice. We got the blue there, we got the black, and the patriotic themed one right there. So let's talk about the features of the O Pen Glow. I'll just go ahead and show you the blue one, so that way you can see it pretty well. It's pretty vibrant. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the UI of this pen because it's actually a lot different than the O Pen 2. So the way that this one works is the top of the pen, where the laser comes out of, is actually a button again. If you remember back in the day, there was actually a button like on the side of the pen with the original ones. On the O Pen 2, you actually have to click up with the bolt right here. So on this one, you can click up on the bolt to reach the laser, but in terms of reaching the light settings, you actually are going to click the top of the pen. So I'm going to show you here. I'm going to go ahead and just, can you guys see me and hear me okay? Can you guys see me and hear me okay? I just want to make sure. And then I'll keep going here. Okay, good. Okay, cool. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and click the top of the pen, and that's actually going to turn on the flashlight portion of the pen. All right. Yeah, I don't know why it's being so weird today. I'm sorry that the footage is being a little odd, but anyways, okay, so you can see here that I'm actually clicking the top of the pen in order to turn on the pocket clip flashlight. So typical Olight UI, I'm going to hold down the switch, and it's going to go through all of the brightness settings, okay? I can do a double tap as well to get to the turbo setting, but you can see here, I can just go through the standard light settings with the actual top of the pen. So now I'm going to click the top of the pen again to turn it off. Now, if I want to get to the glow portion, which is referring to the name of the pen, I'm going to have the ink actually pulled out of the pen. So you can see here, I'm going to take the bolt and act like I'm going to use the pen. Now I'm going to click the top again, and there you're going to actually get the light there at the tip of the pen to help you write. Okay? So if you turn the pen on and you don't have the actual ink like poking out of the pen, I'm not sure how to actually say this, like have the pen actuated, you know what I'm saying? But basically, it's going to light up the clip if you don't actually have the ink showing out of the pen, if that makes sense. So if I click the top here, it's going to turn on the clip. But if I open up the pen and I click the top again, it's going to turn the light on at the tip of the pen. Does that make sense? Have the tip exposed. Thank you. Have the tip exposed. Okay. So now I'm going to click this again to turn that off. I'm going to release the bolt so that it's not exposed anymore. And then I'll basically click it again. And that way you can go to the actual pocket clip light. Now, one thing I can actually do as well is if the clip is already turned on, I can go ahead, tap that as well, and both of them will be turned on at the same time. So you can see here, I have the tip turned on and I have the clip turned on as well. But in order to be able to have both of these turned on at the same time, you would want to have the clip turned on before you expose the ink, and then you click it again to have both of them turned on, if that makes sense. So now I'll go ahead, close it back, and then when I open it again, it's not going to be turned on. I'm going to tap it, and now it's turned back on again. Okay? Always have an exposed tip. Yeah, there you go. He said tip. Yeah, I know. I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen while I'm explaining this pen. Also, like explaining pen flashlight features is in itself like a weird thing to do, because there's not that many pen flashlights out there that have all of these features. So like I'm over here like, how do I even explain what this pen is doing right now? Like, you know what I'm saying? So again, guys, you click the top, that's going to turn the clip on, and then you can open up the ink, and then I'll click it again, and it'll turn on the tip. Yeah, I guess I'll just keep saying tip as I explain this pen. The writing mode. Thank you, writing mode. Okay. Anyways, if you want to, though, you can go ahead and use the pen without the clip turned on. And then if you want to turn on the tip light, you can do that by literally just clicking the top with it already exposed, and then it'll work just like that. So it's up to you guys. It's up to you. You can either just use it as a regular pen and not use the lights at all. You can use the light in the clip, or you can also use the writing light as well at the same time as the clip, or you can use the writing light without the clip turned on. So the UI is very intuitive. It allows you to basically do whatever you want with the lights, okay? You can have neither turned on, both turned on, just the writing portion turned on, just the clip turned on. It's up to you. And I like that. You're not forced to pick a way to use it because of the UI. Like, you decide how you want the lights to work depending on the situation that you're in. And that's really what I'm trying to say. And I think that's really, really good. Also, I'll show you here with the charging base. It's the next part I wanted to show you. So every single O-Pen Glow comes with the charging base, all right? So you don't actually have to purchase this. It's just a part of the cost of the pen. Regardless of what color that you get, you will be getting one of these bases because that is how you're going to charge the pen. You're not going to unscrew the pen and then charge it USB Type-C from the top of the pen. You don't do that anymore. You charge it here from the base. So basically, you take the pen, make sure that the actual ink isn't exposed, right? So you want the pen to be closed. And then you basically just pop it in, and then this will go from green to red when it's charging, and then it will go to green when it's fully charged. I don't have this one plugged in, but what's really cool about it is this entire section here inside of the charging tube here, that whole part lights up. So it's not some dinky little LED on the side of the case. The actual entire inside of the tube here will light up red and green depending on if it is charged. Just pop in the tip, right, Sean? Yeah, exactly. Okay. So basically, you're going to plug this in USB Type-C. You're going to plug this into the wall or your computer. I'm sure a lot of people might just plug it into their computer, considering that most people probably just have this sitting on their desk. But it's USB Type-C, so whatever power source you want to plug this charging base into, and then you pop the pin in it, and it will charge and ready to go whenever you need it, right? Also, what I really like about this too is, and something that we did to fix this issue is that if you have this small base right here and you have this pin sitting inside of it, it's going to be easy to fall over, right? Because the base is very small, but it's very tall with the pin inside of it, so it might accidentally topple over. So to fix that issue, we actually included this custom coin. Let me see if I can show it to you. There it is. So we actually included this custom coin that is magnetic, and also it has 3M tape on the back. Very, very similar to the coins that the O bulbs come with, and all of the O bulbs come with it. So what you're going to do is you're going to pull off this 3M tape. You're going to stick this to your desk, and then you're going to stick the charging base to that. So that way it's as solid as a rock, but you still will be able to remove it. You're not just taping the base to your desk. You're doing that with the coin. So if you want to remove the base and take it with you, if you're going somewhere, anything like that, you can still easily do that. But I like the fact that you literally are sticking it to your desk. So that way it won't be toppling over and frankly pissing you off every day when you go to use your pen. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to go to grab your pen every single day and then the base falls over every time. Nobody wants that to happen. So I'm glad that it's going to be secure on your desk and you're ready to rock and roll whenever you want to use your pen. So when you get yours, make sure that first off, you figure out where you want to put it. You take your coin, you stick it to your desk, you plug in this USB Type-C to a power source, and then you start charging your pen, okay? Another thing to think about too is when you first get the pen, it's actually going to be unscrewed a little bit due to keeping it safe during shipping. So when you get your pen, you definitely want to screw the pen completely together so that way it's activated and ready to go, okay? You go up to 120 lumens with the pocket clip, which is absolutely remarkable. You can see just how bright it gets. I mean, coming out of a pocket clip, this is plenty bright enough for you guys to be able to do your everyday tasks, right? Now, I don't think you should walk around with an O pen to walk your dog or to do, professional tasks or anything like this. This is basically just a replacement for your crappy cell phone light, right? This is much better than your cell phone light. It's way brighter. So this is just to replace that at this point, okay? By no means is the O pen glow supposed to replace a full-on bright flashlight. But it's good to have all of these features inside of your pen, right? It's a great backup light as well. Another thing too is you can just hold down the bolt just like the O pen too, and you can get to the green laser as well. And it doesn't drain your cell phone battery. You're exactly right, Chris. You don't want to be doing unnecessary things with your cell phone, especially when you're out and about, because that's just going to hurt the battery. Have you ever been on a trip where you're taking pictures the whole time? Maybe you're looking up Google Maps and things like that, and you wonder, oh my God, it's only been half the day and my phone's about to die. You don't want to be in that situation. So really, really good point there, Chris. So again, guys, you can hold down the bolt, and that'll take you to the green laser. And then you can tap the top. That'll take you to the clip light. And then you can expose the ink. And you can tap that. And then that'll take you to the light on the front. And then, of course, like I said and showed you, we also have the charging base that every single O-Pen glow comes with. I'll go ahead and show you as well. So the Patriotic version right here is going to come with a red base. I think that looks really, really nice right there. What a fun piece to have on your desk as well. If you work at the same desk every single day, you don't have some kind of field job or labor job. Like if you have a desk job where you're sitting at the same desk every day, what a great piece to have on your desk. Like this looks cool. It's super useful. You've got a pen at the ready all the time. The Patriotic one just looks awesome. So anyways, red base with the Patriotic one. And then the rest of them will be completely matching. So we have the OD green base with the green pen, which is great to see because we probably could have just gone with black with the green pen, but we decided to take it a step further and have the matching base with it. So green base, green pen. And then of course, for the black pen, we have the black base, which is right there. So there's the 4 O-Pen glows. There's all of the features. So you're basically getting the exact same features as the O-Pen 2, but you're getting the glowing tip so you can write at night, and also you're getting the charging base as well. Another thing that I want to mention about this pen, and we will move on to the flashlights. What's really cool about this one is the design itself has been refined. The design for sure has been refined. And what I mean by that is the actual shape of the pen itself has been tapered compared to the previous O-Pen 2. So basically, it's going to start at a larger diameter at the back of the pen and slowly get smaller and smaller and smaller till you get to the end of the pen right here. What that does is just makes it way more comfortable to write with. It's got a lot more kind of refined, more traditional pen feel. It doesn't feel like it's some big, chunky, tactical pen, which is nice to see because I like to actually be able to write with my pens. Some of these pens that companies come out with, they're more of a weapon than an actual pen that you're going to write with on a daily basis. This is not like that. This one, due to the design and the tapered diameter from the back all the way to the front right here, is going to give you a much more just traditional pen feel. Also, these little bumps right here, do you see the little bumps here? There's all these little bumps to help you out with grip. Much better than the twist that was on the previous pen. Much, much better than on the previous pen. So I'm a big fan also of the grip on this compared to the previous pen. So all I'm saying is, yeah, no, my hat is definitely sweaty, that's for sure. It's hot outside. It's like 90 degrees outside today, folks. I am sweaty as can be. We're talking about pins here, not the fact that I'm a sweaty bastard. No. Okay. All I'm saying is you can tell that the engineers were thinking of the writing part of the pen and not just adding more flashlight features to it, which is really good to see. Like there's a lot more natural feeling in the hand and the grip is much better as well. So I think regardless of all the extra features that this has, the green laser, the pen light, the light on the tip, the charging base, all of that crazy stuff that normal pens don't have, beyond all of that, it's simply just a comfortable pen to hold and write with, which is quite a feat considering all of the insane technology that is in this pen itself, you know? Like, this doesn't even have to be a pen. I feel like just with the green laser and the flashlight and all of that, like that in itself makes this a viable product. But even on top of all that, it's a really nice pen to write with as well, right? So give it a shot, guys. Give one of these a try. I think you're going to quickly realize, especially when you get it in the hand and you start riding with it and start using it and start using the charging base, I think you guys are going to quickly realize that this is a nicer experience than the previous O-Pens, okay? So give these a try. There's all kinds of bundles on the website. There's all kinds of deals and ways that you can pick these up. Again, they're in the 4 colors. So go ahead, check out the website, see if you can grab a deal on these. Just a heads up though, the Patriotic version is super limited. There's only 2,023 of them worldwide. So I think they're going to sell out very quickly. If you're thinking about getting the Stars and Stripes, the Patriotic edition, get it when the sale starts. Get it when the sale starts. This is one of those items that you want to get right when the sale starts. Okay, let's go ahead. I want to show you some more of the Patriotic stuff since we're on that theme. We have the i3Ts here, which again, I'm going to be giving away at the end of this video. Wayne, thank you so much. Ready, sweaty spaghetti, yeah. We're going to quickly go through these Patriotic products. So we've got the i3T right here, which is a fantastic light. You've just got the on and off. You've got the low mode and the high mode, and that's it. There's not a crazy UI like the O-Pen Glow. There's not all this crazy tech going on. It's simply just a super simple, reliable backup flashlight. Also, I'm a huge fan of the i3Ts. If you guys are going and doing things in athletic clothing, right? It's getting hotter outside. I don't know about you guys, but I love wearing gym shorts. I love wearing tank tops. I like wearing workout clothes, even if I'm not working out, because they're simply just really comfortable. So if you're one of those people who like wearing gym shorts and that kind of stuff, the i3T is the perfect flashlight to wear when you're not wearing actual supportive pants. We're talking about tips and pants, apparently. That's apparently where we're going with this live video today. All I'm saying is I wear gym shorts all the time when I'm walking the dog, running errands, stuff like that. I typically bring an i3T or an I5R with me because you don't want a big, heavy light when you're wearing pants that have no belt. They're less supportive. The material isn't as strong. So the i3T, I5R makes a lot of sense for the summertime. Just keep that in mind. And of course, the Patriotic version is a ton of fun. We got these on the website. I'm giving some of these away at the end of this video. These are for sale during the sale. I would pick these up. Okay? Let's keep it moving. We got the Roboto II. We got the Roboto II here with aluminum Patriotic scales. Now, there is something that we're doing on the site. So we are actually offering the Drever as well in black and blue, but we're also offering the aluminum Patriotic scales for the Drever as well. So in this one sale, you can have 2 Stars and Stripes O knives, which is really cool to see. The only thing is, if you purchase the Drever with the scales, you're going to get the Drever and you're going to get the scales. So you're going to need to have a little Torx bit set, so that way you can take the scales off and put the new scales on if you go with the Drever. I actually have the Drevers here. So we have the black version and we have the blue version. And then, of course, you can purchase these with the Patriotic scales. Now, for the Roboto II, it's not like that. The Roboto II, you actually purchase it like this. You don't have to swap out the scales yourself. This is how you're going to receive the Roboto II with the Stars and Stripes edition. It's got this DLC coated blade. It's got this polished DLC blade, really great for corrosion resistance. I think it looks really, really nice as well with these scales. I think it's cool that we went with the black blade. Also, even though it is a very bright Patriotic themed knife, you can still get away with carrying it on a regular basis because it has the black pocket clip. So you're not going to have this big, themed knife hanging out of your pocket. All that people are going to see is just this pocket clip right here that is black. So really low-key knife in the pocket, but obviously when you pull it out and use it, people are going to notice how cool it is. And I'm sure this is going to be a fantastic conversation piece when you're hanging out with friends and family and stuff like that. So anyways, Roboto II, it comes this way. These are aluminum scales. It's got a nice weight to it, really nice balance to it. It's got our rail lock system. You can see just how remarkably smooth this is. And this one's barely broken in either. This one's barely broken in, and it is remarkably smooth. So Roboto II, fantastic knife. We also have it in a little bit more of a subdued flavor. We have it in carbon fiber as well. Cool thing about this one is it actually is a different blade. So this one has this acid stonewash blade that's in more of a matte finish. So you're getting a different style blade. Again, I think the acid wash is a really great choice with these black scales right here. And then you have the carbon fiber on there as well. All of the hardware and all of that is black on this knife. So I would definitely say that this is a blacked out knife because there is nothing silver on here. There's nothing chromed out. There's nothing that's flashy about this. It's simply just a really cool looking carbon fiber knife. In terms of the blade material and all of that, these are 154, yeah. So 154 cm steel, really nice corrosion resistant powdered steel, perfect for pocket knives. These are 154 cm is actually really popular with custom knife makers because you can actually work with it, right? You can actually sharpen it. You can get a good heat treat on it. And again, it does have a lot of corrosion resistance, which is good for people like me who get really sweaty. I try to steer away from all of the tool steels and that kind of stuff that can actually rust. I try to stick more towards the more corrosion resistant steels. So because of that, 154 cm is actually perfect for me. And you can actually sharpen it too, which is nice. So again, guys, we've got the Roboto II. We've got it in the carbon fiber. And then we also have it in the aluminum patriotic scales, okay? Now, moving on, we also have the O-Tackle right here in the patriotic theme. This is the new version of the O-Tackle, similar to the carbon fiber version that we released in the previous sale last month. So this one is actually going to have the lock on it. So you will actually be able to lock the blade in place. So when you put it in your pocket, there's no way to actually open the blade. So it's very safe. You're not going to accidentally reach into your pocket, pull it out, the blade's exposed, maybe you cut your finger. That's not going to happen because you can actually close the blade, keep it in place. It won't accidentally open up no matter what you do with it. Also, it's really nice here with the front. I like that it's primarily white with the scale, but then you have the stars and stripes there on the front. Also, of course, with the O-Tackle design, you've got a really nice bottle opener here on the front when the blade is fully closed. So I'll go ahead and open this up. Now I can actually open up the blade, and there you go, okay? The O-Tackle is a fantastic little box cutter. I like the fact that it locks in place. It's very slim, it's lightweight, and it includes a bottle opener, which is fantastic for those summer beverages, right? So the O-Tackle, again, patriotic themed product for this sale, and it looks really cool. Just a heads up, guys, these are very limited. There's 3,000 of these. And then the knives, I believe there's 1,800 of these, I believe. So most of this patriotic stuff that I'm showing you today is very limited. The only item that is not limited is the i3T. I'm not sure if we're going to just continuously sell the i3T on the website after this sale, but I do know that there isn't a limited number of the i3T like the rest of the patriotic items. All of these are extremely limited. The knife, the O-Tackle, and then also the pen. I will say this though, and I mentioned this in the YouTube video that I posted last night, I'm a big fan of the bundle that we have where it includes all 4 of these. So the way that I think that you guys should purchase these is by getting the Patriotic Mega Pack. It's going to be the way that you're actually going to be able to get all of this stuff before it sells out. If you guys are running around the website trying to add all of these separate items to your cart and check out quickly, You're probably going to be stressed out. You might potentially not get everything that you want. So I think probably the way that people are going to be able to get all of these easily is by simply clicking one button on the Patriotic Mega Pack and being able to get all 4 of these in just one swoop. Okay? So if you're liking these products, maybe you're trying to collect the Patriotic Olights, just do the Mega Pack. Just do the Mega Pack. Worst case scenario, you don't like one of these items and you sell it on eBay. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, if you want this stuff and you want to actually get it and have it not sell out, just get the Mega Pack, all right? Now, there is one Patriotic item that is not a part of the Mega Pack, and that is the Freedom Brass Arcfeld UV. There's only 1,500 of these. I think they're going to sell out immediately just because the patriotic stuff is always very, very popular in general, as it should be. But on top of that, this is a new edition. This is this battle-worn Freedom Edition, which is something we've never done before. And also, it is made out of a special material, which is brass, meaning that it's got a lot of heft to it as well. We didn't damage the brass. I know like people were saying like tortured or battle-worn brass or something like that. I wouldn't even fully describe it that way because it's literally just a finish. These aren't actual real scratches in the brass. Like there's no actual indentations. This is basically just a tumbled finish, right? So it looks like it's been used to hell, you know? Like it looks beat up and worn, but actually it's not at all. It's just a finish. It's smooth, it's mint. There isn't actually any scratches or indents on the material itself. It's just the way that it looks, right? Which is nice to see because it's perfectly imperfect looking, if that makes sense, right? It's not like we took these at the factory and started throwing them against the wall to make it look like this. Not at all. It's still a mint condition, perfect light, right? It just looks battle worn, which is really cool. Anyways, we also have the flag right there on the front. Looks really, really cool. Also, of course, since this is the UV version, it's going to have all of the features like the S clip right here. It's going to have the smaller base here, making it more comfortable for pocket carry. And it also has all of these grooves right here, all of these stripes here on the side to help you out with grip. And I will say the flag right here on the front, also, since this is laser carved, because of that, because of the way that it is indented, it also gives you more grip as well. So you've got grip all over this thing. There's no way this is going to accidentally slide out of your hand. I'm getting a ton of grip right here, but it's still comfortable to hold. Anyways, it looks beautiful in the brass color. Yes, it's heavier than titanium and aluminum, but I think it's worth it just because of how beautiful it is, how limited it is. These are going to sell out immediately. These are going to sell out immediately. Do brass items have the metallic smell like the copper items? Really good question, Frank. Kind of. So it's not as bad as copper. It's not as bad as copper. Copper is remarkably smelly. Like copper, your nose gets anywhere near something copper and you're like, oh man. This isn't like that, but it still does have a smell to it. I'm not going to tell you that it doesn't smell like anything because that's wrong. You can smell the brass. You can. But it's nowhere near as strong of a smell as the copper, okay? Like, I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example, okay? Still can't smell. Nope. Okay, now I can smell it. Now I can smell it. How far away am I? An inch and a half, maybe? Now I can't smell it. Now I can. So it's going to have to be about 1 to 1.5 inches away from your nose for you to actually smell the brass and it be annoying to you. You can kind of smell it on your hands, but again, it's not like copper. It's not as bad as copper. And it kind of goes away, actually. And now I'm sitting here smelling my fingers. So if we could do a recap of this live video, we talked about the tip for quite some time. We talked about what else did we talk about? We talked about sweat. We talked about smelling my fingers. What else did we talk about? God, this has been a weird live video. Anyways, it's been a weird live video. Anyways, similar to copper, but not as bad in terms of the smell. Okay, that's all I'm trying to say. Sniffing brass. You're a human, Sean, not an old dog. It's like, well, what'd you do in your live video? I'm like, I sniffed a lot of brass. They're like, wait, excuse me? What did you just say? I've been huffing brass all day. Okay. There we go. So we talked about the Arcfeld UV and the Freedom brass. They're going to sell out quick, guys. Now let's move on to the Spring 3, which is the titanium version of the original Arcfeld. We had a few people talk about how they wish that the Spring Arcfeld was the UV version. We did not do the UV version. I'll hold it up too while I'm talking. I don't know why I'm not doing that, but I'll show it to you here while I'm talking. But we did not do the UV version. We did the standard Arcfeld for the Spring 3 because of the fact that the Winter 3 and the Eternal 3, those are the original Arcfeld as well. So we didn't want to split up the collection for the collectors and have half of the season set be the regular Arcfeld and half of the season set be the Arcfeld UV. We want to keep it all the same for this run, okay? So if you're sitting at home and you have the Eternal and the Winter Arcfeld at home, you're probably going to be happy that the Spring is also the regular Arcfeld, so it actually matches the other ones, right? So we want it to be an Arcfeld set. We don't want it to be an Arcfeld and Arcfeld UV set, right? So that's why we went with the regular Arcfeld for the Spring version. We also decided to give it a polished look versus it having that matte finish that we've done in the past. If you guys remember the season set, for example, the Warrior Mini 2, that rainbow edition, the Spring one, you could call it chameleon, rainbow, whatever you want to call it. There's no actual meaning behind it. It's just the variation in color. I like calling it chameleon because it doesn't look like a rainbow because the colors are different kind of all over it. It's definitely more of a chameleon style look. Anyways, we decided to do the polished on this because we've been doing the matte finish on the past few lights that we've been doing with this type of pattern. So we like changing it up. We like giving you guys different kinds of options and things like that. So because of that, we've got the polished chameleon PVD coated titanium is what I like to call it. This one is going to have your traditional clip. So it's not going to have that S clip. Some people like the S style clip on the Arcfeld UV. Some people don't like it. It's really just personal preference at this point. This one, of course, has the laser. So you're going to have the green laser on this one versus the UV light. And then, of course, you can flip back and forth between the 1000 lumen flashlight and the green laser. So you can just go pop, pop, pop. Okay. The titanium feels really good in hand. The polished titanium feels nice. I don't think this is slippery at all. I will say that your fingerprints definitely get on it. I think this is more of a collection piece. We kind of did this for the people who are collecting the Arcfeld. I don't think most people are going to be carrying this light on a daily basis. So in terms of the fingerprints and all that kind of stuff, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Also, personally, the only time I actually care about fingerprints is the screen of my phone, because they're actually getting in the way of what I'm trying to read on my phone. So I'm always going like this with my phone. In terms of a flashlight, like who cares if there's fingerprints on it? You're just going to keep it in your pocket and pull it out of your pocket to use it and do whatever you're doing and then put it back in your pocket. Like, it doesn't really matter to me. But I just wanted to get that out there and let you guys know that yes, you will have fingerprints on this light until you rub it off on your shirt or something like this. All right. It's an oil slick pattern. Pretty much. I mean, it is a PVD coating. Like you can see here. Let me get my fingerprints off of it. And now you can see how nice that looks with no fingerprints, right? What's really cool about it too is based on the Arcfeld's design, because of the fact that the actual light has real edges on it versus just a standard, traditional cylindrical light. Because of that, we were able to get this really cool effect on the sides. So we have these defined lines on the sides that give it this really cool kind of change in color effect. Like you can see here, there's a lot of purple going on the front here, and then it kind of transitions to blue and green. But then when you get to the side of the light, you're seeing the purple here, you're seeing the purple here, but then you're getting this kind of bluish green line on each line of the light. You can see there, each side of the light has its own kind of special line that contrasts with the flat portions of the light. And then if you look at the back right here where you actually charge it, it's pretty much green and blue here on the back of this one. So there's a lot going on. It's really hard for me to show you how cool this looks like in this live video right now. By far the best way to see it is in person, obviously. I want you guys to pick these up so that you can actually see them in real life. Again, we do have a 30-day return policy. So if you get it and for some reason you don't like the way it looks, you can always send it back and get your money back. But this is one of those lights where you really need to admire it and look at it in person so you can see all the little nuances of the finish and all of the really cool work that went into this light. So again, we got the spring version of the Arcfeld. It's beautiful. It's going to be a perfect match for the winter and the eternal Arcfelds that you may already have. Next up, let's talk about the I5R in carbon fiber. This is made out of real carbon fiber, which is very, very exciting. I'm glad that we decided to do this on another product. We already have the i3T that's in carbon fiber, which I carry all the time just because you don't even know it's in your pocket. Like, it's so lightweight and it's so low key when you're carrying it that it's to the point where like you're gonna forget that it's in your pocket. Like multiple times I've come home at the end of the day and started pulling stuff out of my pockets and putting it in, my little EDC caddy, you know what I mean? I have one of those little bowls that I throw all my stuff in. I'll be doing that and I'll be like, oh gosh, I almost forgot my i3T in carbon fiber is in my pocket because it pretty much weighs nothing. Same thing with this i5R. You're getting the rechargeable battery. So it comes with the USB Type-C 14500 battery. And then also you're getting 350 lumens versus the 180 lumens of the i3T. So you're almost getting double the performance, almost. And then you're also getting the rechargeable battery in a flashlight that isn't much heavier than the i3T. So you're getting all the benefits of the carbon fiber i3T with recharging and the added performance. So if you like carbon fiber stuff, especially the fact that you can get the carbon fiber Roboto II with it as well, like this is a perfect little EDC combo for the summer. Lightweight, small, high-end materials, really nice stuff, and it's at a discount during this sale. If you notice, a lot of the things that are a part of this sale actually go together. We have all the patriotic stuff, right? In terms of the O-Pen Glow, we have it in colors that we've produced in tons of flashlight models as well. I mean, how many Olights are out there that are in this bright blue color? If you have any of those, this is going to match it perfectly. How many Olights have we sold in OD green? This is the exact same green. It's going to match those perfectly. The black with the blue accents. So we're trying to put products together in these sales that go together so that way you can actually theme your carries. And especially for the collectors, when you want to have a bunch of items that match each other, this is a really good sale for that as well. But anyways, going back to this perfect little, low weight, small, compact option for the summer is having the I5R with the Roboto II. Let's go into the Baton 3 Pro Max in orange. So now we have this absolutely powerhouse pocket flashlight now in the orange color. This is a really fun color for the spring and summer. And also you're getting the Baton 3 Pro Max, which has that remarkable 2500 lumens, absolutely insane performance out of this light. This is the most powerful Baton light that we've made. It also has some of the best run times because it has a 21700 battery versus the other Baton lights that either have an 18650, 16340, the smaller cells. So you can get the best performance Baton light that we've made in one of the coolest colors that we produce, in the orange color, okay? Cool thing about this too, the reason why I'm holding two of them is because we have it in cool white and neutral white. As I've progressed through my flashlight career, my flashlight collecting, as I've kind of become more mature in my flashlight journey, I really like the neutral white stuff. Back in the day when I first started getting into flashlights, I was like, all I want is the brightest flashlight possible. That's all I want. Whatever's brighter, I'll take it. And that's how I used to be. Now I'm to the point where if the flashlight is only super bright, but the actual beam color is ugly, I'm like, I don't really care about that. So I do want the flashlight to be bright, obviously, but I also care a lot about the color temperature these days. So I'm glad that we're getting back into the neutral white. We're finally producing products in neutral white again. I've talked about this before. There was a time period where we only made cool white lights. We did that for a while because we found out that most of our fans just want the brightest flashlight possible. So we did that for a little while. And then we started moving on and moving on and moving on. And we started getting more and more requests to do neutral white. So now we're finally starting to do it. All I'm saying is I think the neutral white Baton 3 Pro Max and the orange is going to sell really, really well because you're still getting remarkable performance, over 2000 lumens, and you're getting an emitter that looks beautiful as well with the tint. You're getting the 21700 battery. You're getting the magnetic charging, which is the best. You're getting this new clip that is super beefy and strong. You're not going to accidentally break this clip. And it still has the clip on it that's good enough to be able to put it on your hat. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I do that the wrong way? There we go. I'm like looking at the camera and I'm like doing things backwards. Anyways, you can actually use the Baton 3 Pro Max on your hat. Is this slightly heavy? Yes, it is. But it is possible to use it. Okay, it is possible. And that's the point, is if you need to use your EDC light hands-free, you can actually do it if you want to. Okay. So Baton 3 Pro Max in the orange color, it's got neutral white and cool white. They're discounted during the sale. I would pick one up. Okay. I'll go ahead and show you just a couple more things, and I promise we'll get into the giveaway. I know this video is going long, but I know when I was originally supposed to start, we were having issues with the internet and all of that kind of stuff. So this video actually isn't as long as it looks, but I appreciate you guys for hanging in there with me and checking out all of these products. So we have the Parent 2 in OD green for this sale. We also have the headband that it comes with, of course. You don't have to get the headband as an optional accessory. It just comes with it in the box. This also has a really beefy S-style clip on here as well, so you can use the Parent 2 as a regular pocket light. What's cool about the Parent 2 is it has 2,500 lumens, so it's remarkably bright. It's incredibly bright, guys. So you're going to get absolutely fantastic performance from this light. It's got a right angle design. There's a lot of people out there who find the right angle to even be more useful than your traditional forward-facing light. And then having that right angle allows you to be able to take the clip off and be able to slide it into the headband and use it hands-free. So there's a lot of advantages of using the Parent 2 versus a traditional light. And again, now it's finally in OD green. So we got the OD green Parent 2 that's a part of this sale. Last thing that I wanted to show you guys before we move on to the giveaway is the new O pouches. These are very, very cool. These look so good on camera for some reason. I think it's just the blue with the darker background just makes the color pop. Anyways, so we've got the A1 Mini, and then we have the A1. Two different sizes right here. Now, the way that I see it is the mini size is going to be small enough for you to actually have this in your front pocket. So if you want to take, I don't know, let's see if I can fit this in here. There we go. I'm just setting something up here real quick. There we go. Cool. So here's an example. So this is the mini one. Here's the full size one. But I still have the Roboto II and the i3T in the front right here. And then if you flip it to the back, you actually have those same style pockets again. So you have the smaller pocket right here that you can put in a small flashlight like the i3T. And then you can also put another flashlight back here as well. You could also put in a charging cable here on the back. You could do a battery. You could put in whatever you want, okay? So here is the mini version of it. What's also really cool about this is the entire back of it is Velcro. So it comes with a little Ranger eye. I know most of the EDC companies, they do these little small, tiny square patches that we call Ranger eyes, right? You guys know about that. So it actually comes with one, and it's very cool looking. There you go. So you can see there. And this one's just right here, but you can stick it wherever you want to. I can put it a little higher there. I can put it on the other side. I mean, the whole entire back of this thing is Velcro, okay? But just know that it comes with one of these patches, and then you can fill up the whole thing with other patches that you have if you want to have some fun, right? So here is the A1 Mini. This is the smaller version. 2 pockets on the front, 2 pockets on the back, and then you have the Velcro panel on the back. Now, when we move over to the full-size version, it's got a couple added features. First off, you have 2 larger pockets on the front right here for your knife and your flashlight, but also there is a full-size pocket behind that right here where you can put even more stuff. So 2 pockets here, 1 pocket back here. So you have 3 pockets on the front. Now, when we go to the back, you're going to have another large pocket right here that goes behind the Velcro. We still have this entire Velcro panel right here that does have the same patch that it comes with. But then on top of that, you have a zip open pouch as well. That's the full size of the entire pouch. So 2 small pockets and 1 big pocket on the front. You have 1 kind of medium pocket here on the back. And then you have a full zippered pocket here as well. So the way that I see it is the mini version, you can just have this in your front pocket. This version, probably want to keep this in your bug out bag, your go bag, your EDC backpack, fanny pack, whatever pack that you guys take with you on a daily basis. This full-size one's going to be perfect because you've got that zippered pocket that you can put your chargers in, your batteries in, any type of accessories that you have. You can put all of that in this zipper pocket and it's not going to fall out because it's zippered, right? So that's the way that I'm going to do it. Use the Mini as an actual pocket companion, and then keep one of these in my pack with the extra other stuff that I have. Okay. These are not that expensive. They're actually very, very low cost compared to other products that are like this on the market. I was amazed at the prices of these. I think the small one right here is only like $15, which is amazing for what you're getting. These little pocket caddy companion things are really cool. Also, with the Olight theming, you even get a patch with it. It's a really good value, guys, and it looks really cool. So there are the O pouches, the O Pouch A1 Mini and the O Pouch A1. They're the same listing on the website. You click on the listing, and then you can click on the option whether you want the mini one or the full-size one, and then you click Add to Cart. And that's how a lot of these products are. If it's a product where you have multiple color options or multiple sizes, it's probably going to be the same listing that you click on the website. But once you get into that listing, you're going to be able to click on the colors or the type that you want. Just like with the O Pen Glow, you're going to click on the O Pen Glow on the website. Then you can choose if you want the blue, the green, the black, the patriotic. That's where you choose, and then you add to cart. Okay? So that's pretty much everything, guys. You have all the patriotic products. We have the O Pen Glow. We have the two versions of the Roboto II. We have the orange Baton 3 Pro Maxes. We have the Drevers, where you can also get the patriotic scale with that as well. We have the O Tackle. We have the Freedom Brass Arcfeld UV. We have the free red Gobers for everyone who logs in and makes a purchase during the sale. All kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff is going on, guys. Only thing that's holding me back from getting the Arcfelt is it doesn't have a deep carry like the UV. I hear you, Parker. I hear you. This is, again, I just wanted to make it a point that the spring edition is the standard Arcfelt. This one has the larger base, and it doesn't have the deep carry pocket clip. Some people actually prefer the regular Arcfelt compared to the UV. Some people like the UV. It's really personal preference. But again, the reason why we decided to do the standard Arcfelt for the spring version is because the winter and the eternal version are already the regular Arcfelt. So we wanted to continue that and be able to have everyone collect the same type of flashlight in the season set. Okay? Maybe one day we'll do like a season set of the UV version. I don't know. Or maybe next year we'll pick a completely different kind of flashlight to do the set with. I'm not sure. That's way too far into the future for me to know. But if you want to have the chameleon titanium Arcfelt, I'd pick this up during the sale, especially with the fact that they're so limited. Let me take a look here, guys. Let me just pull this up on the site. I can show you just how limited it is. So there's only 1,800 of these. There's only 1,800 of them, which is pretty remarkable. That is an extremely low quantity for an Olight flashlight. If you want to pick it up, I would do it when the sale starts. I think these are going to sell out really, really fast. Regardless of if you like the clip or not, I think they're going to sell out. UV needs a heavy-duty clip. I hear you, Casey. I hear you. Is the O Pen Pro being discontinued? That's a very good question, Jeremy. I am not sure yet. I am not sure about the O Pen Pro being discontinued. It probably depends on what people say online, you know? I don't think they've made that decision yet. I haven't heard anything about that yet. But I think it depends on how well the O Pen Glow sells and the things that people say in our Facebook group and on our social media. We have people who look at all of that stuff all the time, taking notes, taking recommendations, looking at all of the things that people say. And then we have meetings about it to talk about, okay, a lot of people in the Facebook group don't like this. A lot of people like this. And so we talk about these kinds of things. So I don't think the decision's been made yet, but I think eventually the O Pen Pro will be fizzled out. And maybe in the future, there might even be an O Pen Pro 2, right? But I think this O-Pen Glow is basically an O-Pen Pro 2 because you're getting the same performance, all of the same features of the O-Pen Pro, but you're getting even more features, right? So we're not taking anything away from the O-Pen Pro. We're simply just giving you more features and a more refined and mature design. The Glow feature is a great addition. I agree, Chris. I agree. And I explained at the beginning of this video that, and something that I really like about the new pens is you can use it the way you want to use it, right? So we're not forcing you to use the Glow portion at the tip of the pen. If you want to, you can just keep that turned off and use it during the daytime, not worry about that. We're not forcing you to only use the light on the clip, right? We're not forcing you to use the green laser all the time. All of the features that this pen has, you can use separately or together whenever you want to, right? So like, for example, I can turn on the light on the clip. I can go ahead, open up the pen, and then I can turn on the Glow portion there on the tip of the pen. So you can see here, they're both turned on at the same time. But if I want to, I can go ahead and click this to turn them all off. Or if I want to, I can close out the pen and just use the clip. Or if I want to, I can open up the pen and just use the Glow tip on the pen and not have the clip turned on, right? So you use it however you want to use it. Or if you want to say, I don't even care about all that, I just want to use the laser right now to play with my cat or whatever, you can just do that instead and have all the other stuff turned off. So if you don't want to use a feature, don't use it. If you want to use it, use it. It's up to you, depending on whatever you're doing that day. Open Glow charger is why I'm getting one, for sure, for sure. I love the red charger with the Patriotic version. Like, this looks so cool. What a cool thing to have on your desk, right? I am absolutely, the thing is, like, I don't want to do it just yet because we're in the middle of promoting this sale. But I guarantee you, once this sale is over and I don't have to show this on videos all the time, I'm going to stick this to my desk, and this is going to be on my desk for all time, sitting right next to my Nitor light on my desk as well. So just another really cool piece. Let's see. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions before we go into the giveaway? Graham, yes, the refills are different. A lot of people have been discussing it. That's really the only downside that I could see is the refills are different. Keep in mind that when you purchase the pen, it's going to come with a refill inside of the pen and also an extra refill in the package. So right off the bat, when you get the pen, you're going to have 2 refills. We are going to have the refills on the website for sale, of course. I'm not sure about the pricing or any of that. We might even offer them for free or something like that. Like, regardless, it's not going to be difficult to get more refills. It's not going to be difficult to get more refills. And again, we're starting off with 2 when you purchase the pen anyways, okay? But it is a different refill. So you will need to use a different refill just because of the mechanisms that are a part of this pen. But I know there's bad connotations with that. I know some people are worried about things like that. But I promise you, it won't be hard to get more refills. And, you know, at the best, they're going to be free. At the worst, they're going to be like $1 or $2 on the website. Regardless, it's going to be easy and cheap to get more refills for the O-Pen Glow. I wouldn't be worried about that. I really wouldn't. And again, I don't think there's going to be too many people who are writing novels on a daily basis with their O-Pen Glow. You know, I'm going to be taking notes in my journal, you know, journaling for the day, to-do lists, all of those kinds of things that I do in the morning. That's what I do with my pen. I'm not writing 150-page stories every day. So for me, it takes a very, very long time to get through a refill, even though I'm writing with it on a daily basis. So I wouldn't worry about it, guys. I really wouldn't. Okay. Currently, the 3-pack is $3, limit of 1. So you can get 3 for $3. So currently, the refills are $1 a piece. Like for only $1, you're probably going to be able to write for months. And then you take another dollar, you take another one, you pop it in your pen, and you write for months again. You know what I'm saying? Like, out of all the things that I could be worried about the products that I own, $1 pen refills with my O Pen Glow is not one of them. I'm worried about my car having issues. I'm worried about my computer having issues. Things like that. So just keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. Carbon fiber Baton 3, that would be very, very cool. It does not exist, but that would be very, very cool. If you're a fan of the carbon fiber, definitely pick up the I5R. Definitely pick up the I5R. 350 lumens, rechargeable battery, quick on off with the switch. It's got that dual direction clip, so you can, again, put it on your hat, use it hands-free. Look at this. I'm waving my head around, I'm looking down, I'm looking up. So with the carbon fiber light, it doesn't weigh anything. So because of that, it's not going to weigh your head down when you clip it to your hat. So it's really useful. Not only is carbon fiber just freaking awesome in the first place, but it actually makes this a more useful flashlight because it doesn't weigh as much and it's not going to fall off of your hat, you know? So I really like the carbon fiber, not only because it feels cool, it's lightweight, but it actually has usage benefits as well with being lighter weight, you know? Cool. And then, of course, we have the Roboto II. I'm like dropping everything over here. Of course, we have the Roboto II and the carbon fiber as well. I think this is a beautiful combo. I'm not sure if it's a bundle on the website. There's so many bundles and so many things to remember. Let me take a look. Let's see. So we have the carbon fibers. It doesn't look like it's a bundle. So there are a couple carbon fiber bundles. There's one with the black Gober. There's one with the O Tackle. And then there's one with the I5R and the i3T in carbon fiber. So you can get both of the carbon fiber lights together. But I don't see a bundle with the Roboto II. So you would need to purchase the I5R and then also purchase the Roboto II and the carbon fiber. I do like that bundle though with the I5R and the i3T together. So then you get both of the carbon fiber lights in one bundle at the best discount. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions? I'd be writing books. Caleb! How do you stop it from floating away? What do you mean? Mr. Roboto. What do you mean, Joey? Let me know what you mean by that. Any other questions, guys? Then we can jump into the giveaway. Knives in 20 CV one day? Maybe. We try to give you guys a lot of value for the money, right? We try to give you guys the best materials that we possibly can and keep the cost low. That's why we're giving you real carbon fiber. That's why we're giving you aluminum scales on the knives as well. That's why we're giving you brass. We're giving you titanium. We do a lot of premium stuff here, and I think the cost for those items is very low compared to a lot of stuff on the market with similar performance, similar materials, and things like that. In terms of the knife brand, I know at least until now, they're trying to keep the cost a little bit lower. We don't want to sell $250 knives, $300 knives like, we and Riot and companies like that. We don't want to sell knives that are that expensive because we know the majority of our customers are going to say, are you freaking kidding me? I don't want to spend $300 on a knife. So we want to give you the best stuff we possibly can give you, but we don't want to be at the top of the price spectrum. So that's why we don't have knives in 20 CV and M390 and stuff like that, where those knives do actually cost a heck of a lot of money. So we still have, I think, some of the best fit and finish. I really do think that. I've played with knives that cost $300, $400. I've played with $1,000 knives at knife shows and things like that. In terms of the action, it's not like the action on those knives is light years better than this. They still fly, they still slam shut, they still fly open, easy to close, no lock stick, you got perfect centering, you got premium materials with the carbon fiber on this one. I mean, for the money, for spending less than $100 for a knife, I think you're getting a lot with the O Knife brand, okay? I have knives from other companies that are actually not as nice as this, and I spent a lot more money on them, okay? So I think you're getting a really, really good value with the O Knife brand, regardless of which one you go with, have that be the Gober or the Roboto II or any of the other awesome models that we make. What about a carbon fiber M1T? That would be really cool. Again, if you like the M1T, I would suggest getting the I5R. They're pretty similar, actually. It's funny that you say M1T because they actually are very, very similar. The M1T obviously has a larger diameter because that one takes a 16340 battery, CR123. So it's a little bit fatter and chunkier. So I actually think the I5R is a little bit easier to carry. It does have a few less lumens. This does have 350 lumens. I believe the M1T is around 500 lumens. So it's a little bit less, but you're getting a smaller diameter. You're getting a rechargeable battery, and you can actually buy this during the sale at a really good price. So if you're wanting an M1T, especially wanting an M1T in carbon fiber, I would get the I5R to hold you off for now. And maybe we can convince them to make the M1T again. I know a lot of us have been talking about the M1T, especially in the Facebook group. Everybody's been seeing that. So hopefully we can bring the M1T back. So good suggestion, but I think the I5R is quite similar. So I would definitely pick one of these up if you're looking for a carbon fiber M1T style flashlight. Good question though. Good recommendation as well. I appreciate that. Multi-tool with a flashlight, that would be cool. Absolutely. I love the splint. Awesome, Craig. Awesome. Cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the giveaway. I don't mind beating up a $50 to $75 knife. I hate messing up a $300 knife. You're exactly right, Jeff. That's another thing too. By no means, and look, by no means am I saying that people can't afford more expensive knives, but people do have reservations about getting a $300, $400 knife, putting it in your pocket, using it every day. What if you scratch it up? What if you mess up the blade? Then you're having to deal with a lot more difficult situation than if you just messed up a $50 knife, right? So that's a really, really good point you're making there. Especially if you like to abuse your knives, if you like to actually use them, if you don't just put them in a case, you want to have the lower price point. But the good news about the O Knife line is you're still getting really, really good materials. Like coming back to the carbon fiber one, like this is a real carbon fiber scale. It feels fantastic. It's got that nice kind of matte feel to it like carbon fiber does. It's not very heavy, even though this does have the liners and it does have a pretty thick blade actually. Yeah, really, really sharp on this one too. I think you'll be happy with it, guys, especially for the money. Especially for the money. I think you get a lot for the money with the O Knives. If it ain't abused, then it ain't been used. Well, I feel you, Caleb. I abuse mine, but I need quality too. So there you go, David. You're getting really good quality for the money with the O Knives. Absolutely. Absolutely. So let's go ahead and get into the giveaway, guys. Let's give away some patriotic i3Ts, and then we'll let you get out of here. I really appreciate you guys for hanging in there with me. I know we had some technical difficulties in the beginning. Sometimes, I don't know what it is, but sometimes it takes a while for these platforms to get going, even when you have good internet. I have fiber optic internet here, but for some reason, sometimes it still takes a while for these live videos to buffer and get going and all of that. But I appreciate your patience. Thank you so much for you guys hanging out with me today. So let's go ahead and give away some flashlights. We're going to do YouTube first, and then we're going to do Facebook, okay? I'm going to go ahead and pull up an Olight question. I'm going to ask you guys, whoever comes up with the question first, the top 3 right answers, I'm going to put you guys into the random number generator, and then I'm going to have the random number generator pick the winner, okay? So as long as you're one of the top 3 people to tell me the right answer, you have an opportunity to win. So let me pull up a question here. We go ahead and pull this up. Here we go. All right, let's get some Ready Freddy Eddies in the comments section. Let's get some awesome. Ready Sweaty Freddy. Yeah, I'm a sweaty Freddy. I'm a sweaty Freddy, that's for sure, guys. I think earlier I said that I was a sweaty bastard. It's been quite a live video. We're talking about tips, sweat. We're talking about how my fingers smell. It's been a day. It's been a day. Okay, here we go, guys. YouTube, this is your giveaway question in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is the weight of the O-Pen Glow in ounces? How many ounces does the O-Pen Glow weigh? How many ounces does the O-Pen Glow weigh? Woo! Okay, we got Frank Charlie Fulliger. Frank Charlie Fulliger. Let's go to random number generator. 1 through 3. Number 1. Number 1. So who's number? Frank Arcos. Congratulations, Frank Arcos. Well done, Frank. You are going to win an i3T in the patriotic theme. So well done. In order to receive this, you got to email me, Sean, SEAN, at olightstore.com, SEAN at olightstore.com. All you got to do is tell me your address, wherever you want me to send it to, and that's it. So congratulations, Frank. Congratulations, Frank. Well done. Well, thank you guys so much for watching today here on this live video. Give this a thumbs up before you leave. Hopefully you're very excited about the May sale. Again, for Diamond and Up, it starts Sunday night. For Silver and Up, it starts Monday night. And for everybody, it starts Tuesday night, and that is at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So pay attention to your time zones if you don't live on the East Coast, all right? Thank you so much for watching YouTube, and we'll see you guys next week.